Welcome. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to get good quality loot in Marathon without doing the top of complex in Marsh. Now, to throw us straight into this, I will say that I haven't done top of complex yet, since my team has kind of been not available since the launch of Season 2. However, if I come over to my vault, you can see that I've still earned myself some pretty quality loot here. I've got a few purples floating about, I've got a few purple materials here. If I scroll further down, you can see I've got quite a few purple mods and cores, and I've even earned myself so far 5 keys, including a cryo key. Now, this is actually really easy to do and does not take much of your time at all, and I highly recommend doing it now while the sponsored survival mode is out, because then you don't have to worry about other players. Now, to do this, it's quite simple. It is revolving around the 5 cert boxes that you can find around the map. How do you open these 5 cert boxes? It's kind of in the name. You need 5 certifications, or certs, sorry. To get these, you basically just kill a couple UASC and they have a chance to drop them. And where are these boxes, you might be asking? I will throw a picture on screen from where I've been using while I've been playing to find my certs. This is provided by Marathon Codex. These guys are really helpful, and this is what I've been using, as I said, for most of my time. I'll also throw up some gameplay right here of me actually going ahead and finding some of these boxes and opening them. Basically, I like to just try and target to get about 2 per game, and the typical route that I go is, depending on where I spawn, I'll do algae, then AI, then bio, then greenhouse. I don't really go for maintenance, and I don't really go for quarantine, because they're typically further away from where I've spawned. If I've spawned behind maintenance, I'll check it. If I've spawned near quarantine, I'll check quarantine. But most of the time, they're the 4 that I like to focus on. And why is that? Well, as you can see by checking the map, all of them are quite similar range to each other. You can go from algae to AI really quickly, and then you just blitz it from AI straight up to bio and greenhouse. Every single run, I typically try and find 2 of these boxes, as again, they only require 5 certs, so 10 certs in total, and you still have about 10 minutes left after you've done all of this to actually go ahead and do more stuff on the map. Like if you want to go do other events or go do bosses and stuff, then you absolutely can. It's also worth noting that while you're checking these rooms, if you find any wall safes, you should do them while you're doing the box. That way you can typically get some pretty decent value of wall safes. That's where I've gotten most of my valuables. Well, I've obviously been turned straight into credits, and that's how I make a decent amount of money from this. And the actual 5 cert boxes themselves will be what providing you most of your purple gear, whether that be cores, whether that be salvage, whether that be maybe 1 or 2 weapons. I have a full purple KKV, what I think you might have saw earlier, other than a scope, that is lovely. I literally just got that on my last run. On top of that, I got 2 keys and 6k in valuables. This method is really solid. Again, I'll throw up some gameplay of me opening and finding some of these boxes so you know kind of what you're looking for. They're really cheap, really easy, and the greatest thing about it is while you're doing this, your team are typically also doing caches, so they won't be in your way while you're trying to loot them. However, once you finish your 2 boxes, or you've gained as much as you want, however you're feeling, you can then immediately go ahead and start doing caches yourself, because you probably will have some leftover certs. If not, they're not hard to get at all. But this is how I have found the absolute freest, quickest, and easiest way to get actually really solid loot in this game without doing the top of complex. This is mainly a solo player's guide, so if you're playing a trio or something, you absolutely should just go ahead and try and do the top of complex. But if you're by yourself, you're kind of down your luck, you're trying to get your money up, this is how I found to get your money up the absolute quickest and the absolute best way possible. I hope you have a lot of fun doing this, and I hope you try and flip as much value as you can. Thank you for watching. I'll keep some gameplay rolling of me finding these boxes and seeing what loot I get in them, so you have an idea of what they have. But that's where I'm going to leave off. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.
Check it out. Trouble spotted.
3 minutes. Locate an exfil immediately.